Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube? It's SEO0320 representing JVS. So this is my review for episode 5 of the 4th season. I can't believe we're already in the 5th episode. The name of this episode is A Dark Knight, The Blade's Path. This episode more so centered on the origin, or I guess Gotham's origin of Solomon Grundy. Butch is alive. Oh Lord. Butch is alive. And I don't know, they said that he was kind of like shot in the head and he was comatose and they just dumped him in the water. So I don't know if he officially died or not, but whatever the way that they did it, I actually like the look of how they actually had Butch. The actor actually looked like he was a lot bigger. He definitely committed to what the character is supposed to be like from an interactional standpoint. It was just very weird him partnering with Nygma, who's in his own precarious situation because he doesn't have his genius anymore. Matter of fact, he got stabbed through He got stabbed through the hand, and it was by this random pharmacist. And the pharmacist is like, "Man, you can't be helped in this situation." So the other side of this episode, which was actually pretty interesting, is Sofia Falcone. She is dangerous. This chick is very dangerous. For her to be able to do what she did with the recipe and the humming, and then how she already has interwoven herself with Gordon and now with Penguin, like, she is a threat. And I know for a fact she has not forgiven Gordon for what he did to Mario, and I think she's just trying to gain power. I feel like what's going to end up happening is legit Falcone himself is going to have to come back and get his daughter back home. I feel like the reason why he didn't bring her in there because I think he knows her capability. So it's going to be really interesting to see kind of what happens with that in the long term. But it was funny because Robert Taylor Lord, that plays Penguin, he acted that scene very well. When she kind of came up on him with the feet, I was like, is she really about to rub this man's feet? And she did, and I was just like, oh, man. And then I guess the other part of this, which me and Alicia and Joe, we all kind of feel like Gordon and Bruce be making some crazy, stupid decisions sometimes. And this is another situation like that. But I think that Ra's al Ghul did play to Bruce's weaknesses in every different regard. He set it up perfectly. He put himself in the position where he wanted to be. And at the same time, he knew that Bruce had to be the one to stab him. I don't know the theory behind whether or not it is that he needs to die first before he can be put back in the Lazarus pit at a certain point, or if literally he's trying to make Bruce his heir to take up the legacy of what he's got. I really don't know, but whatever the reason, like, Bruce decided to make the wrong decision, which I think in the long term, it'll actually work out better because he doesn't need to be the vigilante just yet. And so for him to go and take the mantle and put it down for a second so he can be able to, get himself back from where he needs to get to, then that'll make sense later on when he does put back on the mantle of being, the eventual Batman. Because he kept on referring to him as the White Knight, and then he was saying, well, I've gone down the dark path, that equals the Dark Knight. So we'll see what happens with that. There's definitely some dope effects in this one. The practical effects are pretty good. I don't know about Solomon Grundy's fighting style, but it's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening. I'll give this episode an 8.5 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10. It wasn't anything big. I feel like it's more setup and progression of what's going to come, but it wasn't anything terrible at all. And I think it actually kept me very entertained because I've seen a lot of shows this week that have been very predictable, and movies. Geostorm was a big one, which was horrible. But anyway, keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Hope y'all enjoy this review. Gotta look at some arrow. Peace, guys.